Terrell, rivalry week. This is your first experience playing in this game, but what does a rivalry game mean to you, and what rivalries have you been a part of in the past?
I mean, I think it's just it means a lot more for the state, and players that's been prior to just our team this year and Arizona State's team from last year. Just the history, the tradition between the two teams, the two schools, and competing against each other. I mean, you go into the mindset that it's just another game, but how other people try to put a little bit more into it because of the in-state rivalry thing, and that's what our team is focused on, just being another game, for us to get better, and taking steps, to move forward. And I've never really been part of a rivalry game, I would say. I mean, I played for Seattle U. We played Eastern Washington. You can say that's kind of like an in-state rivalry, but they only play like so many games, against each other. So I wouldn't say like maybe even UW, is like an in-state thing, but we never had like no real like rivalry games like Arizona State and Arizona, which is really big, all across the country.
And what's your scouting report on ASU and the challenge that those guards face or bring to the table?
We know that Arizona State's a really good team. They have really good guards, forwards, and bigs. They're three guards. They have a lot of good guards on their team. From I think they play about 9 or 10 players, and they're all really good. They all are special in their own way. Some can shoot, some can drive, some are athletic. And we just gotta be sure our defense is up to the challenge, and that's what we've been practicing on a lot.
And a reminder, if you have a question for Terrell, please use the raise hand function. Bruce Pasco, go ahead.
Terrell, just wondering along those lines, ASU basically looks like they've gotten 4 perimeter guys. Specifically, challenges and adjustments do you figure you guys will have to make, staying out there and guarded them not only on the perimeter, but they seemed like all 4 of those guys really drive a lot and pick up fouls?
I just think that, the way we play defense, we can play, whether it's, 4 perimeter dudes, 3 perimeter dudes, or 2 perimeter dudes. The way that we play defense, and we're taught to play defense here, we know what to do. We know what to expect, and, we play, a great, solid team defense that is not just one-on-one. It's, it's a team thing. We all, want to help, the man that's guarding the ball out because that's what we're supposed to do, So we don't think we're just going to keep, playing our defense the way we play it. We're taught and the stuff we work on in practice.
A follow-up, Bruce, are you good for right now?
Yeah, right now.
All right, Justin Spears, go ahead.
Terrell, so with having the Oregon game postponed, what did you guys do over the weekend, and do you feel like maybe that time off was beneficial for you guys?
Yeah, when we got back, we had I think 2 days off, and then we got right back to work on Sunday. And ever since we knew it was playing Arizona State, we didn't know what day it was going to be, either Saturday at first, and then got changed to back to Thursday. But ever since then, we've been locked in, ready to compete. We've been competing against each other in practice. And we know that Arizona State is a good team, like their record doesn't show how good they are, so we're not going to never overlook them guys, but we know like they have a lot of firepower. They're coached by a really good coach, and they have a lot of good players.
And I know that, we've only seen the starting lineup change for one game, but it looked like it worked. What do you just the change did for you guys, and what made it work for everyone to kind of buy in and perform at a high level?
It's kind of hard with Jamal being out. He's a really good player for our team. And, it kind of goes into like, next man up. I think we're all capable to start. This whole team is, he can start, Coach Miller and the coaching staff can start a different number of lineups that will all work, but we're all bought in to win and play together. And, it didn't matter what 5 players were out there to start. We was all going to, have that same energy and that same focus to, win the game,
And from your perspective, what was it like to see the second half that Benedict had?
Man, I kind of said this earlier. But I just think he's growing so fast, like you see him in August and you see the steps that he took, and then, you see the grind, the work he puts in before practice, after practice, and on his days off, that like it's proof to it. I mean, he's gonna be a really good player. He is a really good player right now, but I know like sky's the limit for him. He's keep getting better. He's understanding a lot more, and he's gonna be fine.
And has he just improved just, kind of off the court as well? Is he showing a little bit of personality, or has he just kind of always been the same?
No, Ben always show personality. Like our team chemistry is something that it's off the chart. Like everybody. We're a family. Like we all bond together. We all hang out. Like it may not seem that way or whatever, but like we know, like in the locker room or whatnot, we're cracking jokes, we're laughing, we're having fun. But we also know, like when we're on the court, we're going to compete against each other, to push each other to the best. So like our chemistry off the court with Azulis, Kerr, myself, Dalen, Christian, like we're all together.
And lastly, for me, when you look at Benedict and his progress and just his overall skill set, what player does he remind you of?
Hmm. I never really like thought of that. He's himself, honestly. There's not much that he can't do. And I don't think there's a lot like I think he's only shown us a little bit what he can do. He's athletic, he can shoot it, he can drive it, he's crafty, he gets foul calls, he rebounds. I mean, he had one game against Washington State, he had like 11 or 12 rebounds in the second half or something like that. He can do a lot. I mean, I don't compare him to nobody. He's his own player. So yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Jordan Spurgeon, you're up.
What specifically do you think you need to do individually to help your team win on Thursday and Monday?
It's nothing individually we need to do. I mean, basketball is a team sport. As long as we, follow the scout that our coaches put together, and we able to run our plays and stay together on defense, because we know the game is going to be up and down. We don't believe we're going to win by a lot or whatnot, but we know like it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a hard fought game. And typically games like this come down to the last possession, and I think we're prepared for it. We condition ourselves for it because we know how fast ASU gets up and down the court. So we're conditioned for it. We're ready for the game. We're focused and we're locked in, I would say. So it's not one player that has to have, 40 points or 30 points. I think this is a team, it's a team collective of game.
Jason Barr, you're up next.
Hi, Terrell. What do you think of Remy Martin? What type of challenge does he present to the backcourt guarding him in this coming game on Thursday and obviously Monday as well?
I believe Remy Martin is a really good player. He was, I believe, what was it, Pac-12 Player of the Year preseason. And I also believe he was like the All-American of the Year, or like first team or second team, I'm not sure. But like when you come in with those, accolades, you have to be somewhat good, to get that recognition. And we believe that he's really good. Before I know, he had big games against Arizona, and we were looking, what happened last year and the years before that. Like me and James and the other freshmen were on the team, and we can't really talk about what happened prior. But I think we're really focused and we have a good game plan to hopefully slow him down.
Good luck this week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to Bruce Pasco.
Hey, Terrell, I just wanted you mentioned individually, you've been playing starters minutes all year, basically, and at the end of the games in crunch time. Did it make any difference at OSU, and do you think it will this weekend as far as coming off the bench? I mean, do you have to approach the game differently, at least for those first 4 minutes of the half?
No, I don't believe so. Prior to this, I started last season with Seattle U, like the whole games, and I'm just here for the team needs me to be, that whether it being a defender or get everybody involved first 4 minutes or whatever. I'm just whatever the coaches need me to do, come off the bench. I don't have an issue with that at all.
Okay. And I was wondering about the schedule too. When they they flipped the last game's going to now be on Monday. You're going to play them again. I mean, how do you, I guess that this season, do you just kind of roll with it and figure, well, that's the way it is? Or how do you guys approach it when you hear something like that?
Pretty much for our team, we just focus on, on Thursday's game, tomorrow's game. And we're not really worried about Monday because we have to get through tomorrow first.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you've been in that situation where you play teams back to back. I know the WAC, in fact, is doing that regularly this year. All those teams are going back to back. Do you anticipate any kind of challenges, or is it a good thing? You get 3 days basically to dig in and figure out what you want to do better, kind of thing.
Well, I played it before when I played for Seattle U. We played GCU at the end of the regular season. In the first round of the tournament, we played GCU again.
Mhm.
And I think it's just about figuring out the adjustments you make. And I think this coaching staff and our players on this team can make really good adjustments from tomorrow's game we haven't played yet, but also Monday's game when we play them again. But we're really only focused on Thursday night.
Cool, thanks.
Ryan Kellepire, go ahead.
Your assist to turnover ratio is ridiculous. What do you kind of attribute that to?
I think, growing up, you kind of like just learn how to protect the ball, being a point guard, or being a guard in general. And, making sure everybody get involved, you kind of lose games off turnovers and, unforced turnovers at that, and just being able to be confident with the ball, getting everybody involved and, just taking care of the ball, I would say, and that's something I've always been, that's always been like a thing for me, just taking care of the ball. People can count on me to hold the ball, like, get the offense going and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, is the fact that you had such a big role at Seattle kind of made you more aware of that?
Yeah, I actually got told a stat not too long ago about one of my games that I only had from back in Seattle, I only had one turnover in a while. But even here, you're not having a lot of turnovers and you're taking care of the ball here, you kind of see the difference of, what turnovers can do, how it can, hurt the team, and then, not turn over the ball can help the team also, and that's like our team has been focused on not turning over the ball, and, limit our fouls. So, yeah.
Go back to Justin Spears.
Yeah, Terrell, I was wondering, has Kerr been able to, really practice with you guys since he's been back?
Yeah, Kerr hasn't practiced recently due to his nose, but before then he was really practicing with us and, getting involved in everything. So, yeah, he's been there and he's been in practice and, with us and stuff like that. But other than the incident with his nose happened, and then, we're just, taking it day by day with him and, preparing for him to come back soon, hopefully.
Yeah, and we don't know, with his timetable with his nose, but, from what you saw before the injury and what he was able to do in practice, what does he bring?
Man, he brings a lot of scoring. He's a fierce defender. He wants to defend, and he's a playmaker also. So that's kind of what he does. He can score it many different levels. He can really shoot it too, from far, close, it don't matter where, off the dribble, and he can handle the ball really well. And he's a fierce defender. He's a gritty player.
And you won the gold jersey this week, correct?
Yeah.
That's your second time.
Mm-hmm.
How challenging is it to get a gold jersey, and you guys have a kind of like a team competition within the players?
I would say it's challenging. We really don't know the stats until the week's over, who gets it. And recently, since we started practicing Sunday, practice has been really competitive. Because we play. That's how it's always been for the whole season. It's competitive. We're all trying to get better and push each other to be the best we can be. But I would say, getting the gold jersey, just I had a really good week for practice.
Thank you.